Dear friends, I, Girish, Assistant Professor, Soundarya Institute of Management and Science. Today, I would like to explain about a simple problems on leverages which can be given for 6 marks in your examination. First, let me read out the question. From the following, calculate financial, operating and combined leverage. Sales 10,000 units at rupees 25 per unit. Variable cost rupees 5 per unit. Fixed cost rupees 30,000 and interest cost 15,000. This is a simple problem. A such kind of problem will be definitely given in your examination for 6 marks. Any problem which is related to financing decision, it always depends on the master table. Master table means how we can arrive at the profits which are available to equity shareholders. The process in which the profits are derived and appropriated are called master table. Usually, the profits arise out of sales. So, sales minus variable cost is equal to contribution. Contribution means direct expenditures incurred for a selling of a product minus fixed cost, which is the cost doesn't have any relationship with the sales. Whether the sales takes place or not, whether the productions take place or not, fixed cost will remain constant. That has to be deducted out of contribution. So you will arrive at EBIT, which is also called it as operating profit, earning before interest and tax. Then out of that earning before interest and tax, those I and T stands for interest and tax has to be deducted. So if you deduct interest from EBIT, you will get earning before tax. If you deduct tax from EBT, you will get EAT, that is earning after tax. That is the amount available to all shareholders. All shareholders. All shareholders means both equity as well as the preference shareholders. Equity and preference shareholders. Then at the end, we are going to deduct the dividend payable to preference shareholders. So whatever is left out, that is the amount available to the original owners of the company, who are the equity shareholders. That is the master table. That has to be used for every problem of financing decision. So in this particular problem, let us start with the master table. See, sales, how much? 10,000 units at rupees 25 per unit, which is 10,000 into 25, 2,50,000, minus variable cost. Variable cost means it's having direct relationship with sales. It always increases when the sales increases, it decreases when sales decreases. That's why it is given per unit. See, this is the cost which is always depends on the production of a unit. Production of a unit. So 10,000 into 5, which comes to 50,000. So contribution will be 2 lakhs. Contribution means it is the direct amount contributed for selling of a product, so that it is 2 lakhs minus fixed cost. It remains constant. This fixed cost remains constant irrespective of the increase or decrease in sales. It doesn't matter whether the sales takes place or not, still this particular amount will remain constant. So that is 30,000. You will get operating profit, that is EBIT, of rupees 1,70,000 less interest. So interest is given in the question, which is 15,000. If you deduct 15,000, you will get 1,55,000 earning before tax. So if you calculate up to earning before tax, it is enough to calculate the leverages. It is enough, both operating as well as the financial leverage. Whereas if you want to calculate the earning per share, then we'll proceed further. That is less tax, then less preference dividend, then we will arrive at amount available to equity shareholders. Let us go for the calculation of financial leverage. Once you have done with the preparation of master table, then you go for calculation of financial leverage. Financial leverage, it shows the relationship between earning before tax and earning before interest and tax. That means where the interest plays a very vital role. So interest is a key factor in case of financial leverage. So financial leverage is equal to EBIT divided by EBIT. See, I is the factor here. So EBIT, see, as calculated, it is 1,70,000 divided by EBT, which is 1,55,000, which comes to 1.09 times. The financial leverage always denotes in times. So this is one. Next one, operating leverage. So operating leverage is equal to contribution divided by EBIT. Operating leverage is equal to contribution divided by EBIT. So according to the master table that what we have prepared, contribution amounted to rupees 2 lakhs. Here again, see here, contribution and EBIT. In case of operating leverage, the fixed cost plays a very vital role. Operating leverage, it shows the relationship between EBIT and the contribution, where fixed cost plays a very vital role. Increase or decrease in fixed cost will always have a huge impact on the outcome of the operating leverage, where the contribution is 2 lakh and EBIT is 1,70,000, which is 1.17 times. Then the combined leverage. Combined leverage can be calculated by using two different formulas. The easiest one is FL into OL. Just go for this. FL into OL. FL stands for financial leverage and OL stands for operating leverage, where the financial leverage as we calculated is how much? See here. See, financial leverage as we calculated, see, operating leverage is 1.17 times, whereas financial leverage is 1.09 times. It is 1.09 into 1.17. 1.09 into 1.09. So, or you can go for a formula which is, see, contribution divided by EBIT, which is the formula for operating leverage, EBIT divided by EBT, which is the formula for financial leverage. Or you can calculate directly, that is contribution divided by EBT. Contribution divided by EBT, because EBIT cancels. Okay, so you can go like that also, that is 2 lakhs divided by the EBT. 2 lakhs divided by EBT. So 2 lakhs divided by EBT, you will get answer. See, EBT is 1,55,000. You will get an answer of 1.29. Either you can go for 1.07 into 1.19, or you can go for the formula, that is contribution divided by EBT, which will fetch you 6 marks. Thank you.